Hey, SXC Blues here, and bringing you a thing that, in case you haven't seen, Latino Review has a few new images, magazine scans, to do with the Conan the Barbarian reboot, remake, whatever you want to call it, which, look pretty interesting. I, again, use the term, I'm cautiously optimistic about it. Of course, having 80s nostalgia, I love the original Conan the Barbarian. I even like the sequel, Destroyer, which is, not as good as the first, but I just have the nostalgia for the settings and the characters and everything. I even got Red Sonja on DVD recently, and that's sort of the bottom of the barrel in that kind of pseudo trilogy, if you will. But it got me thinking about Conan and Robert E. Howard, the creator. And the only book I ever got my hands on is a sort of compilation. It's called The Conquering Sword of Conan, and contains like 4 or 5 of his stories, some miscellaneous notes and things like that. My favorite story in that is probably Beyond the Black River. Two of my favorite characters, of course, I love Conan, but two of my favorite characters and memorable characters are Balthus and the dog Slasher, who always reminded me of sort of like the old world version of me and my dog that I had a while back. But I also really thought the story The Black Stranger had some interesting messages, especially at the end. I won't spoil the story at all, but Conan remarks about, and I think it's very poignant, especially nowadays, and probably was back then, 30s depression when it was, originally published, where he talks about seeing men starving outside of buildings where inside are men with riches and gluttony, and I love the sword and sorcery, the action, when you read the stories, it's definitely different than what you see on screen with Schwarzenegger in the movies, and so that sets my bar kind of high, hoping that this movie, this new reboot, will be something along those lines. The cat they cast, Momoa, I'm not sure how his name is pronounced. Uh, to me, anyway, he visually looks, to a degree, what I visualize when I'm reading those stories. So, have a look at the images. Tell me what you think. It's another one to look forward to as far as I'm concerned. Peace.